Hello, on behalf of the Florida Department of Transportation, we'd like to welcome you to this presentation regarding the roadway improvements along State Road 882, Forest Hill Boulevard, from east of Lake Clark Drive to US 1 or Dixie Highway. My name is Ron Wallace, and I am the FDOT project manager for this project. These improvements include milling and resurfacing of Forest Hill Boulevard from east of Lake Clark Drive to US 1 Dixie Highway, as well as safety improvements to the northbound and southbound off-ramps at the I-95 interchange with Forest Hill Boulevard. This project is consistent with financial management project number 446373-1-52-01, which is the resurfacing portion, and 447547-1-5201, which is the safety improvements at the interchange. So along Forest Hill Boulevard, from east of Lake Clark Drive to east of Forest Court, the project consists of milling and resurfacing the existing roadway, which is a 6-lane divided urban roadway within the following features. There are two 12-foot outside travel lanes and one 10 to 11.5-foot travel lane in the westbound direction. There are two 11-foot inside travel lanes and one 12-foot outside travel lane in the eastbound direction. There is also a raised center median and a 6-foot sidewalk, which are both to remain. From east of Forest Court to east of US 1 Dixie Highway, the existing roadway is a 5-lane urban roadway with the following features. It has two 9-foot outside travel lanes in the westbound direction and a dual center turn lane measuring about 9.5 feet of width in the center. There are two 9-foot inside travel lanes in the eastbound direction and a 4-foot sidewalk on either side. In addition to the milling and resurfacing on Forest Hill Boulevard, the safety improvements at the I-95 interchange include extending the westbound left turn lane at Forest Hill Boulevard to the southbound I-95 on-ramp, as well as extending the westbound right turn lane at Forest Hill Boulevard to the I-95 northbound on-ramp. This will help improve the flow of traffic all the way through the interchange. There are additional safety improvements at the interchange, including improvements on the exit ramps on I-95 as you approach Forest Hill Boulevard, both in the northbound and southbound direction. These include constructing an additional right turn lane, which will provide dual rights in both directions, northbound and southbound, which is also shown in this graphic. It's highlighted here, basically in red box shown here. This will improve safety and the flow of traffic exiting I-95. In addition, the left turn lanes will also be extended to increase storage space for more vehicles at this intersection. This will help improve the westbound traffic flow and increase safety at the intersection. As part of the interchange improvements at I-95, we are also proposing new signals as shown here in this graphic. Also proposed at the northbound and southbound off-ramps are new pedestrian crossings, including new pedestrian signals and more visible signage to enhance safety for motorists and pedestrians. This graphic shows an example of a new mast arm and intersection signalization. Also included with this project is to replace the existing outdated pedestrian signals with new countdown pedestrian signals, which basically shows the number of seconds left to cross the street. These enhanced pedestrian features will be placed at the following intersections: Pine Tree Lane and at Forest Court, and as mentioned previously, at the I-95 interchange. Roadway lighting is another important safety feature on roadways. So therefore, we will be upgrading the existing lighting along both the northbound and southbound exit ramps along I-95 to improve the visibility for drivers. Also, this project will increase the lighting at pedestrian crosswalks at signalized intersections to make pedestrians more visible to drivers, thus improving safety. The graphic here to the left shows the location of the proposed lighting along the ramps, and the pictures to the right show the difference between kind of the old style lighting to the new enhanced lighting, which is, as you can see, is much more visible to the driver. This project also involves reconstructing pedestrian curb cut ramps throughout the corridor of Forest Hill Boulevard, as well as replacing or repair of any damaged sidewalks and detectable warning services. So the graphic here shows an example of the improved pedestrian ADA compliant curb cut ramps and what they would look like. And for additional safety enhancements, this project proposes to replace and upgrade signs and pavement markings to meet current standards and increase reflectivity. While construction is being done on this project, our contractor will work in phases to reduce any inconvenience to the community. Lane closures will occur only in one direction and one lane at a time during non-peak hours to minimize any impacts to traffic. We're not anticipating any full roadway closures, and we also understand that access to residents and businesses are very important to the community. So therefore, access to adjacent properties will be maintained at all times. And we are not anticipating any detours for this project. The production schedule for this project is as follows. Final design completion is estimated basically in January of 2026. The letting, bid opening, which is scheduled for July of 2026. The estimated construction start is sometime in the fall of 2026. The estimated completion is about a year later in fall of 2027. The estimated construction cost for the milling and resurfacing portion, the 446,373, is approximately 2.7 million. And for the safety portion of the project, FM 447,547 is approximately 4.7 million. Thank you very much for your attention to this presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at the contact information on the slide here. Thank you again.